Yo, what up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? It's the real deal, O'Neal. And today we just gonna get right to it, man. You could probably see the situation around me sort of a mess, man. Certainly has an impact on my mental, but as I try to sort through my personal internal issues, you'll see the exterior get cleaned up as well. Um, I don't know. I was working out today, and somehow it got put on my mind. I felt like it was God telling me or calling me to just make it happen. So I've been dealing with lust a lot. I'll come home after the gym, got the testosterone flowing, and I can't lie, but these girls in the tight leggings and stuff, man, it be penetrating my mental, man, making me have these unclean thoughts that they're not in any way indicating they're gonna stop soon, right? Like if anything, there's a snowball effect, and then I'll low key beat my meat because it's just how that's just the nature of our flesh, right? And really, I want to make a change, right? I don't like that I do that. I want to be able to have a just develop into a good man so I can have a good woman, and I want a family one day, right? I don't think that that's assisting me in becoming a better husband in the future, right? So I decided what better like first of all, you need to understand that energy cannot be like deleted or destroyed, right? Like it's always going to be transferred or transmuted into something else. So like when I quit smoking weed before, even though I did come back to it by choice, I replaced the habit of smoking weed with going bowling. At one point, me and my dad got, bowling balls, bowling bags, bowling shoes, pulled up, joined the league. It was fire, but like for how long, right? Anyway, the thing is, now that I'm trying to quit being my meat or just engaging in lust to that degree, it's like I have to replace it with something that is assisting me in the building of my future, right? And where I'm at in my life, if I could get the discipline to study, like study a subject, I'll be on my way. Ain't gonna lie, I also am that type of Christian where I'll tell people about the Bible, but how often am I even diving into it? Once a week? Like, have I ever read the scriptures for myself? Honestly, no, man, no. So I felt like it's finally time for me to just open this dang thing up and just start my journey from beginning to end. I know that sounds crazy. It's a big project. Technically, it's a lot of books combined into one. But just starting from the beginning, seeing what I could get from it, and working my way through one chapter a day, maybe. Sometimes we get, aggressive with it. But for now, just keep it calm, collected, and cool with one chapter at a time. Because that's better than what I've been doing, right? So if start one step at a time. So I'm gonna probably shift the camera over to um, putting it on my mic so that way you can see the scripture. All right, so starting things off in Genesis 1, we start in chapter 1, verse 1, called the creation, I guess. Not sure what if that's maybe just but I should be mindful of the fact you don't know what this is yet. So we have here um I guess it's a bit harder to see. I could put the table lower, but it's called the Tony Evans Study Bible. Tony Evans Study Bible. And it's I've watched a few of the sermons, but this was recommended to me by somebody that was actually the worship leader in our church before he moved. Very impactful man. So, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness covered the surface of the watery depths. Darkness covered the surface of the watery depths, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Yeah. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness called night. There was an evening, and there was a morning one day. Yeah, because morning and evening is what makes up the day. That's what it's saying. Then God said, "Let there be an expanse between the waters, separating water from water." So God made the expanse and separated the water under the expanse from the water above the expanse. And it was so. God called the expanse sky. Evening came, and the morning the second day. Then God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the water he called seas. God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the earth produce vegetation, seed bearing plants, and fruit trees on the earth bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds." And it was so. The earth produced vegetation, seed bearing plants according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Evening came, and then morning the third day. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the sky to separate the day from the night. They will serve as signs for seasons and for days and years. There will be lights in the expanse of the sky to provide light on earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule over the day, and the lesser light to rule over night, as well as the stars. God placed them in the expanse of the sky to provide light on the earth, to rule the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. Oh, and to rule the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. Evening came, and then morning the fourth day. Then God said, "Let the waters swarm with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the sky." So God created the large sea creatures and every living creature that moves and swarms in the water according to their kinds. He also created every winged creature according to its kind, and God saw that it was good. God blessed them, "Be fruitful, multiply, and fill the waters of the sea, and let birds multiply on the earth." Evening came, and then morning the fifth day. Then God said, "Let the earth produce living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creatures that crawl, and the wildlife of the earth according to their kinds." And it was so. So God made the wildlife of the earth according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that crawl the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. So here, I think we could see, it talks about his review of it. So we'll see. Looking at Genesis 1, we read that God created the heavens and the earth in such a way that they are functional, vibrant, and pulsating with life. On the fifth day, God started forming the creatures that would live on the earth. Then on the sixth day, he reached the pinnacle of his creative purposes with the creation of humankind. Important truths arise from this account on Genesis 1:26 to 28. So as he says that, we'll come back to this spot, but we're going to go ahead and read 26 to 28. Just finish the chapter. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. They will rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, the livestock, the whole earth, and the creatures that crawl on earth." So God created man in his own image. In his own image. He created him in the image of God. He created them male and female. God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and subdue it. Rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and every creature that crawls on earth." God also said, "Look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant on the surface of the entire earth, and every tree whose fruit contains seed. This will be food for you, for all the wildlife of the earth, for every bird of the sky, and for every creature that crawls on the earth, everything having breath of life in it. I have given every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw that God saw all that he had made, and it was very good indeed. Evening came, and then morning the sixth day. All right, so to me that stands out because why did he not mention meat? Can anybody explain that to me? Like maybe it's covered in another part of the Bible, right? But damn, like he said, look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant on the surface of the entire earth, and every tree whose fruit contains seed. This will be food for you, for all the wildlife of the earth, for every bird of the sky, and for every creature that crawls on the earth, everything having the breath of life in it. I have given every green plant for food. It literally says, everything having the breath of life in it. I have given every green plant for food. Wow, that's actually crazy. Because if you really think about it, if you have the breath of life within you, the green plant is designed for your food. Like, like that's crazy. That's genuinely crazy. Okay, let's go back. First, we see the word us, referring to the triune God, Father, Son, and Spirit. The Trinity consists of three individual and unique persons who make up the unified reality of the Godhead. Second, we see the commission of humankind, which is to bear this Trinitarian image of God. God created humanity, body, soul, and spirit, to mirror him, and then he established them in the divine institution called family to reproduce his image. Therefore, the goal of people in general, and the family in particular, is to mirror God in the visible realm predicated on his reality in the visible realm. The family unit is to serve as a visible photograph of God himself. Simply put, the family's mission is the replication of the image of God in history and to carry out his divinely mandated dominion. Personal and familial happiness is to be a benefit of a strong family, but it's not the mission. The mission is the reflection of God through the advancement of his kingdom and rule on earth. Happiness becomes the natural benefit when his goal is being actualized. Okay? So if I could take anything from this, I just feel like that stands out to me big time. I'm just reading this one last time. Look, I have given you every seed bearing plant on the surface of the entire earth and every tree whose fruit contains seed. This will be food for you. And it doesn't say period, right? It's not just for you. It is for you, all the wildlife of the earth, for every bird in the sky, and for every creature that crawls on the earth. Everything having the breath of life in it. I have given every green plant for food. And it was so. Like it does say we are ruling over the animals, right? Like all the mammals, we have power and dominion over them, right? But like, does that mean we're supposed to be killing them and eating them? It is, I don't know. All I can say is stay tuned for the next chapter, and we going to stay locked in, man.